Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So, I am currently not in the fish room. I am in my downstairs little workout room where I do some of my workouts when I don't go to the gym. It's very convenient having one of these. The reason for this video is to talk about two projects that I have for the fish room. And what I want to do is thank you guys and the people that, the person that donates on my Patreon, because you were the reason I was able to buy these things to do this project. And then I want to share with everyone a DIY project with these two, video with these two. So the first one, it's a relatively simple one. I bought, again, plastic canvas mesh. So this stuff, let me open it for you guys, is, wow, it's double wrapped. All right, but you've seen me use this in projects before. I got the black one just because I like the dark inside the tanks. So what I'll be doing with this is making like these little fry savers for the guppies. The way this will work is this will be folded around itself, just one of them, folded around itself into a circle. And this is an idea I got from Corey from Aquarium Co-op. So what it'll do is that the fry could swim away from the parents through these little squares. There's enough room that the fry can get through in and out, but the adults won't be able to fit through it, of course. And then I'll put Java Moss in there to attract the fry into there. That way, I don't have to keep separating the females when I see that they're about to give birth, because sometimes you obviously are going to miss them. They may look like they're going to give birth, but they don't, or they don't look like they're going to give birth, and they do. This way, the fry can just swim right into there, and they're safe. I can grow them out in there, and then move them into the larger tank or into the breeder boxes. So that's the first project, so that's the first tease on that. Now, the second project is one that I've actually been wanting to do for a while. There's been a video that I had on how I did my water changes, but that system actually stopped working since the pump I had, which is somewhat similar to this one, but smaller, broke, and I used a lot of extra hoses that I had laying around, and they started leaking. So, came up with a new idea. Since up till now, what I've been doing is using a 5-gallon bucket and more of this hose. So what I would do is pump out the tanks into the 5-gallon bucket, go out and empty the buckets. So each tank is 5.5 gallons. I pump out half of that. So that'd be 2 buckets right there. Then the 30-gallon, I take out 15 gallons. So it's another 3 buckets right there that I have to pump out, go outside and dump, and then come inside and refill them with another total 15, 20, 25 gallons total of water that I was changing using the bucket system. It became too much work, takes up too much time, so I thought of this system, and the way it's going to work is, I got this off Amazon, so this is 25 feet of 1/2 inch PVC hose, so I got that. Then I bought one aquaponics valve. This thing was pretty cheap, but it's an add-on product if you get it through Amazon. So you would have to buy, I believe, $25 or more for products. But if you buy a pump, you're all set right there. Some 1/2 inch 90-degree elbows, and then 1/2 inch tees. Now, what I'm going to do, I didn't need all of these, but since I was buying the stuff anyway for future projects also, there's 10 in this bag, 10 in this bag. It was a great value. If I bought 2 of them, it came out to the same price as 10. So I was like, might as well just buy the 10. It was slightly more, but you get the point. Better off buying the 10. Should have gotten another one of this, but I'm going to ignore it. And this is the way it's going to work. So, see if you guys can picture it. I'm not going to build it in this video. So this is just a little tease of the project that's coming. Maybe this Sunday. Today's actually Tuesday. I'm recording this video for tomorrow, for Wednesday. But I might actually build this on Sunday and then use it on the tanks once the acrylic glue dries. So acrylic glue is used for, which I mentioned before, mostly plastics, and PVC is a plastic. So I'm hoping that if I, it's 190-degree elbows, let's see if I can focus right here. If I put some glue on this before putting it on the hose, I'll keep it from leaking. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this box right now as an example. Let's grab two of these guys out. Alright, so one hose is going to come up through here into this. Gotta cut a small piece of hose to connect these and then down. Now if you guys could picture this, if this is the actual 20-so feet of hose coming up, this will be in the tank, so it'll just hang there on the edge. Comparison to my hand, you could see about the distance on there. It's not too much, so it should stay on the edge of the tank. If not, I could also put in another 90-degree elbow, since I have a bunch of these, to get it to sit closer to the tank. So if I put another one there, another one down, you know, but I'm not getting that complicated. This should be enough to just hold it in the tank. And then I have to do the hose, small piece of hose, to get about 50% of the water out. So as it pumps out the water, not using the pump, I'll explain, I'm just going to use gravity to get that out. Once it reaches that level, it shuts off. So it's just a suction. Once it grabs air, the suction stops. At the end of that, I'll probably have some more of that mesh just to keep me from accidentally sucking some fish in. And then the other section is going to come down into the bathroom where the pump is going to be, but I don't want the water going through this pump because I don't want to ruin it. Now, what I mean by that is obviously I'm going to pick up debris from the tank. So there's leftover snail shells that the assassins eat, leftover food, plant debris, and I think that's what destroyed the pump last time. So what I'm going to do now is have this valve with some hose. So the hose is going to come from here up to this valve, and then from that top part, there's going to be a T with a little bit more of hose coming out this way, and then straight up. So if I suck out the air, it'll start a suction. The water can't get into this because the valve's closed, and it'll just spray right out of the T, if you guys can picture that. Then, when I want to fill the tank, this is going to go in the 5-gallon bucket that will be in the shower. The 5-gallon bucket will be constantly filling, and then if it overflows, it just goes down the drain. Filling at an ideal temperature that I want. And the pump will be on, pumping the water back into the tanks. Now, we have the valve here will be open, so the water goes straight up. But obviously, if you think about it, the water is going to be coming out of that T section. At the end of that T section, I'll put a cap, so when that's closed off, the water will just go straight up through here, and back into the tanks. Now, at this point, what we talked about when it emptied, the suction would shut off. Now, when it fills up, you gotta watch it, or else it's going to overflow. I'm going to have to think of a way to do that. Joey, the king of DIY, he has some ideas where he uses a old smoke detector to shut off set off an alarm when the water reaches a certain level with float valves. Maybe I'll do that, but with power, so when the water level gets to a certain point, it shuts off the power. Now, the only other thing is I mentioned that this is going to be straight down to the tank, so when it reaches that level of the water, or whatever the hose reaches, which is 50% of the 5.5 gallons, it'll end the suction and stop the suction. But for the 30-gallon tank, the water level is going to be higher. So I might not even do a 50% water change on those since they're never overstocked. Or I might just have an extension to that hose for that tank that I'll put on there. So these things are just ideas that I had currently. And I'll be using the acrylic glue, of course, to keep there from being leaks. So just some ideas of projects that you guys can be expecting. I'm going to put these guys right back in here so I don't lose them. So keep an eye out for those videos. They should be coming out. I know I haven't done any DIY videos lately because most of them have just been updates, which I also want to mention that I'm getting a few more fish. I believe it's a pair of, they will be a surprise. I don't even know what they are. From Guppy Train. So if you haven't already, make sure to check out Guppy Train. The link will be down below since we have become partners. And since he has fish that I don't even have, and now I have those purple mosaic Dumbo ears, the magenta cherries that I have, and now I also saw that he had dragon Dumbo ears, red Dumbo ears, and this other one I forgot. And these Dumbo ear guppies are absolutely amazing. So if you guys want, check him out. Guppy Train in the description below. Send a message. Say that Home Aquatics sent you to him. And what was the other thing? Oh, and he's having huge sales on fry and juvenile fish. He's getting overrun by them. So check him out. Order your guppies if you haven't already. And check him out. With that said, also check out my Patreon that helped pay for these projects. So we can continue to have more projects in the fish room, get more fish in the fish room, and bring you guys quality content. I've been trying to make my videos longer because I know a lot of people have enjoyed that. I've gotten a lot of feedback that longer videos were more enjoyable. So that's what I've been trying to do. I want you guys to be happy. I want to bring you content that you will use in your fish rooms and make your fish keeping hobby enjoyable and easier. So with that said, check out my Patreon. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. Send me an email at homeaquaticshobby@gmail.com. If you have any questions or anything, I answer everyone. I want to help you guys out as much as possible. Alright guys, until next time, see you guys Saturday.